Here we are in Poland, heading towards Krakow on one of the Polish Autostradas. The speed limit on Polish motorways is 140 kilometres an hour, and as you can see up here, the road's not too dissimilar to Australia's motorways and so forth. And the only main difference is the continuous centre guardrail. Common motorway speeds around here around 140 to 160, 170 kilometres an hour. You still have to watch for traffic that pulls out and overtakes other slower traffic. And remember, all your trucks here in the European Union, not just Poland, but throughout the European Union and European Economic Area countries and that, are limited to 90 kilometres an hour. Whilst there is a bigger speed differential between trucks in Australia limited to 100 k's and Australia's stupid motorway speed limits, everything coexists perfectly. You see traffic ahead overtaking other slower vehicles, slower trucks, and even so everything moves quite well. But you're always watching for other slower trucks overtaking other slower vehicles and so forth. This is what Germans would like to call the elephant race. Elefantenrennen. So you just wait till he completes the manoeuvre and so forth. No histrionics, no white knuckles or anything like that. And see, same thing again, like Australian drivers seem to have a real attitude problem in regards to us keeping out of the outside lane of motorways once they've completed an overtaking manoeuvre. See, there's no do-gooders and no serial do-gooders and mentally challenged speed kills radicals in the outside lane of the motorway. None whatsoever. Paying attention to your hazards ahead. See, same thing again, motorway cruising speeds are around 140 to 160 kilometres an hour, which is quite common here. See, as we look up ahead, there's no serial do-gooders in the outside lane of the motorway, none whatsoever. We've completed our overtaking manoeuvre. We move back out of the outside lane. It's pretty easy to do. There's no histrionics or rocket science or anything like that involved here. And we can attain safe motorway speeds without any issues, sitting around 167, 170 at the moment. And this is around about 1/3 throttle being applied. 1/3 throttle's being applied. Around about 6.1 litres per 100 k's used. So I'm going to Krakow on the A4 Autostrada. See, same thing again, overtaking rules apply. I think it's around about 57 or so k's out of Krakow at the moment. And see, this is the key to safe, efficient motorway driving, is being observing your on-ramps and so forth, observing slower cars, and keeping right unless overtaking. No, look, we might have an Australian driver in the outside lane, some kind of speed kill serial do-gooder, and I don't understand what it's very rare to see this here in Europe or Poland even. It's very rare to see any do-gooders in the outside lane. Must be someone from Queensland or something that believes that if you break the speed limit by 3 kilometres an hour or more, you're a serial killer. Very rare to see this. But perhaps we can count the number of occurrences that occurs in Europe on one finger. That's how infrequent it is. See, same thing again, I've overtaken a truck. I move back out of the outside lane. Very easy, isn't it? Cars are approaching on the on-ramp, approaching the motorway, make allowances for them. It's quite easy to do, really, isn't it? But see, same thing again, there's, generally speaking, no do-gooders in the outside lane of the motorway. I mean, how many times do I need to say it? I mean, Australia's got a serious problem in regards to enforcing the keep left unless overtaking rule. It's easy to see there's no money in it in comparison to enforcing stupidly low speed limits on motorways, and that we can see that there's absolutely no regard for increasing driver training. Filthy lies like, oh, it makes drivers overconfident as such. See, as I explained before, you always got to be aware of other cars which may be far slower than you are, overtaking slower vehicles. Be aware of how your vehicle slows down and stops from these sorts of speeds. But see, same thing again. I mean, How hard is it? How hard is it to move out of the outside lane when we're not overtaking? What seems to be the major problem here in regards to doing so? It's not hard. It's really not hard. I mean, I know there's a serious self-righteous attitude problem in Australia with regards to motorway driving. Why isn't the problem being fixed? Why the fuck are we not fixing it? Instead, we've got all these do-gooders, these speed-kill serial do-gooders and other mentally brain-dead fuckwits that won't get the fuck out of the outside lane when we're not overtaking. Why isn't it being fixed? Over to you, relative state governments and transport departments and police. Can't have you already keep going for a bit more if you want.